It is Wednesday, the 30th of October 2024. Good afternoon. I trust you're having yourself a wonderful day. Here on TV47, we're working round the clock to bring you up to date with what's making headlines from across the country and beyond. Here are the highlights. A woman has been fatally shot with an arrow in a shocking incident as suspected bandits vanish into the night without taking a thing. Police are treating this as a cold-blooded murder. The Nairobi County Assembly's Planning Committee has summoned officials from the National Bank of Kenya to explain how a private developer exploited a public land title deed to secure a staggering 1.9 billion shillings loan.
We were supposed to meet the minister and officers of the county to explain to us how a title deed left the county, ended up in National Bank, and ended up being charged for 1.9 billion.
And operations at the Baringo County Referral Hospital are in turmoil as the doctors' strike unfolds, ignited by demands for promotions and new positions from the county government.
Dali, kama nyinyi ni madaktari, angalia maslahi ya madaktari. Haiwezekani kuwa wewe ni daktari na wewe unachangia kule kunyanyaza madaktari wenzako.
We thank you for choosing TV47 to inform you. My name is George Maringa. Operations at the Baringo County Referral Hospital have been disrupted following a doctor's strike that began yesterday morning. The doctors are demanding promotions and new positions from the Baringo County government. The chairman of the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, KMPDU, North Rift Branch, Dr. Kamonzi Mulei, has blamed the county government for failing to meet their demands and allowing their 7-day notice to lapse. He insists that healthcare professionals across Baringo will not report to work. His statement was supported by the union's secretary, Dr. Daniel Demusik, who explained that doctors in the North Rift, except for those in West Pokot, have not been paid, or rather have not been addressed. He stated that their return to work would depend on the fulfillment of their demands.
Tafadhali, kama nyinyi ni madaktari, angalia maslahi ya madaktari. Haiwezekani kuwa wewe ni daktari na wewe unachangia kule kunyanyaza madaktari wenzako. Tunapatia ilani ya kwamba hii strike itaendelea hadi wa county wafanya ambao wafanya promotion. Ikibidi tutashika wa raia, tunaleta raia, tunaandamana na raia kwa sababu raia ndio wanaumia. Inawezekanaje raia atoke hapa hakuna daktari anaenda kununua dawa? Haiwezekani. Ni jambo la
kuwa na mkutano na madaktari wetu ambao wanafanya Baringo County, kutoka Baringo County Referral Hospital, madaktari kutoka kule Eldamaravine, Chemoligot, Kabartonjo na hao wengine wote ambao ni members wa KMPDU. Sababu tuko hapa leo ni kuanzisha rasmi mgomo wetu ambao tulikuwa tumepeana ilani tarehe 18 mwezi huu wa Oktoba. Tukapatia county ile strike notice from 18th, 7 days strike notice, waweze kutuita mkutano kuangalia yale maswala ambao tulikuwa nayo ya CBM. Jambo la kwanza ni promotions na jambo ya pili ni redesignations, ile kupandishwa vyeo kwa madaktari ambao wamehitimu kuwa specialist kutoka vyuo vikuu.
Nairobi County Assembly's Departmental Planning Committee has summoned National Bank of Kenya officials to shed light on how a private developer used a title deed for public land in Nairobi to secure 1.9 billion shillings loan. The 12-member committee, led by Minority Leader Anthony Kiragu, has also written to the bank to freeze any further transactions on the title deed until investigations are complete on the Jivanji Affordable Housing Project, which is still in limbo since the buyers are yet to occupy the houses 5 years on. The committee has also lashed out at the county executive for failing to heed the county summons today to shed light on how the developer used the title to secure the loan without the approval of the county assembly.
We've had some very shocking situation in the county assembly, whereby the agenda of the planning committee meeting has been changed. We were supposed to meet the minister and officers of the county to explain to us how a title deed left the county, ended up in National Bank, and ended up being charged for 1.9 billion. As far as we are concerned, as a long-serving member of this county assembly and as chairman of planning, I know very well that in the urban renewal, a developer was supposed to come with money, the county was supposed to come with land, and the developer was supposed to develop units and sell to the public. What is shocking is that the G project, whereby almost 1,400 houses were supposed to be built, they were sold out within a month. On top of that, 5 years later, there is no progress in that project. Secondly, they have gone further and used the title deed against the policy, the urban renewal policy, and against the law, because our courts passed a law that say that you cannot charge county property for money. They have gone further to National Bank and charged the property for 1.9 billion. Grapevine information tells us that National Bank is colluding with them to give them money. We want to send a very clear, I want to send a very clear signal to National Bank that please do not be a conduit of corruption. If you give any money against county land, it will be null and void. Do not risk depositors' money, do not risk government money on charging county property. We are going to write to the bank immediately today and tell them to cease any transaction on this particular property. Secondly, we have summoned the bank officials to come with the documents and to come and explain to the committee and the people of Nairobi the procedure they use to charge public land, which is against the law.
You just got me going through some of your feedback. Alfred from Machakos, thank you for watching News Now. With a critical ruling set for October 31st, 2024, the Kenyan Peasants League is urging citizens to remain vigilant regarding the court's decision on their petition against the government's lifting of the GMO product ban initiated in October 2022. The League has expressed frustration over delays in having the case heard, attributing it to numerous applications filed by the state, which they believe are tactics to buy time and push through this controversial policy. They are rallying Kenyans to show up in force, both online and in court, to stand up for their food sovereignty and voice their concerns.
We are urging the courts to give us a fair ruling on 31st to ensure that peasants can also make a decision when it comes to what kind of seeds they want to grow within their farms. We are calling upon the government to give us a fair ruling. We are calling upon the government to embrace food sovereignty and seed sovereignty, because it is the only way that we can ensure that we are having sufficient and clean food. If South Africa reversed the case, we are also calling for fair ruling because of the health hazard and other issues concern around GMO seeds. So it is important for our government to understand that GMOs have very serious effect not only on the health but also on the soil and also contributing to climate change. If the government rule against us, we are going to appeal. We are going to appeal because we want to ensure that the government organizes public participation so that farmers can give in their inputs and decide of what kind of seeds they want to grow.
The former woman representative for Tharaka Nithi County, Beatrice Nkatha, was laid to rest yesterday at her home in a ceremony attended by several prominent leaders. In their speeches, the leaders eulogized Nkatha as a courageous, hard-working, caring and peace-loving leader. Along with the tributes they paid to the late Nkatha, the leaders discussed the importance of Kithure Kindiki's appointment as Deputy President, saying that the position is essential for the Mount Kenya community and the nation as a whole.
And the spirit and how she supported each and every one of us. She also told me, when everyone is sitting down, stand out. And when everyone is standing out, be outstanding. And when everyone is outstanding, be the standard measure. Nitaomba with a lot of humility. Ile kazi ni kadha kweli alikuwa apewe, ndio tukaweza kukumbuka hero like this lady who walked a very long journey in this country, akitusaidia serikali ya William Ruto ikaundwe. Haki tumuombe Mungu hiyo kiti irudi kwa Iboma.
Mheshimiwa Kithure Kindiki is a professor of law, a credible citizen of this country. Na nimesikia wengine wanasema ati mteule naibu wa rais. Yeye ni naibu wa rais. Itabaki tu masaa machache akule kiapo na akuwe naibu wa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Tunashukuru rais wetu wa Kenya ambaye ameamua ya kwamba atainua hili jamii ya Tharaka Nithi, jamii ambalo liko marginalized, jamii ambalo limewacha nyuma kabisa, kwa kuinua mtoto wetu Professor Kithure Kindiki. And I'm praying today, as even the court of the High Court of Kenya, even the Court of Appeal, as they go about looking into these petitions and appeals, let them fast track.
Now, a heartbreaking incident has left the community in shock as 40-year-old Selina Andrew Riureng was killed by bandits with an arrow in the Chesagon area. Selina was attacked while checking on her crops outside her sister's house at night. Authorities suspect the attack may have been motivated by revenge as the assailants left without taking any livestock. Tensions are escalating, jeopardizing preparations for an upcoming religious service. The government is working closely with local residents to track down those responsible, and one suspect has already been arrested. Selina's body has been taken to Iten Hospital for further investigation. Nzoia Sugar Company has advised Bungoma County sugarcane growers to avoid selling their cane products at throwaway prices to brokers as the company puts on measures to resume crushing the cane. Speaking at his office in Bungoma County, Managing Director CPA Ezron Kotut said the crushing mill had previously developed mechanical issues which prompted company to temporarily halt the process until it is repaired. Kotut stated that the company was able to pay farmers 688 million shillings since it received 211,000 tons of cane last year. To further speed up farmers' outstanding payments, which were brought on by a malfunctioning crushing machine, the company has invited farmers to collaborate with it.
Sasa tuko na malimbukizi kidogo tu na tumechelewesha malipo yenu kwa muda, lakini ningependa kutoa uhakikisho ya kwamba tunashughulikia mambo hayo. Haya yalisababishwa na kiwanda chetu ambayo kilikuwa na shida, na mnajua ya kwamba wakati nilipozungumza pamoja nanyi kupitia vyombo hivi vya habari, tulisema kwamba tuko na shida na kiwanda chetu. Tunajaribu njia zote pamoja na wahandisi wetu kuweza kurekebisha sehemu ambazo zina utata. Kwa hivyo tunaomba ya kwamba tafadhali miwa ambayo wakulima wetu wako nayo, tunaomba ya kwamba muweze kuhifadhi miwa hiyo, msiweze kupatia madalali miwa ambao tunajua kwamba madalali hawa, ama kwa Kiingereza brokers, ni wale ambao wanachukua miwa yenu wanawapatia bei duni, na pia unapoangalia inapoenda kadri inapimwa, unajua upimaji huo si sawa. Wakulima hawa wameweza kuniletea tani 1211 ambayo nimeweza kusaga, na tukaweza kulipa shilingi milioni 688. Hiyo ni hongera kwao, na pia miwa hiyo imekuwa ni miwa ambayo imekuwa na quality nzuri, na tunashukuru ya kwamba wakulima waendelee kufanya hivyo.
Kenya's cultural showcase shines at St. Paul's University, which, in a vibrant celebration of creativity and learning, St. Paul's University in Limuru, Kiambu County hosted the Wave 360 Africa Cultural Week, uniting thousands from communities across the nation. Speaking at the event, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Professor Abraham Waithema highlighted the importance of embedding cultural lessons into Kenya's societal framework. Professor Waithema also urged stakeholders in the Ministry of Culture to take bold action to enhance cultural diversity and foster community unity. The annual Wave 360 Africa Cultural Week provides a vital platform for Kenyan students to showcase their rich cultural heritage and innovative ideas.
I think it's to sensitize people about their culture, not to leave anyone behind, and to get involved in events such as this. As you will know, the entire of the week in this university, this whole week, will be exhibiting different aspects in the way that people express themselves, and we will all be celebrating each of the aspects that will be presented here. So Ministry of Culture, you're doing a great job, and let's continue to encourage our young people to express their various ways of doing things. We welcome everyone, drawn from different backgrounds, whether it's religious or whatever, ethnic groups and even different countries. We welcome. As you know, this particular university, we have a diverse representation from various countries.
Well, that is what brings us together, and I believe culture is like the foundation of unity, because as a country and also the young leaders, we believe that moving forward, we ought to be very united and bring people together. So this, for us, culture and cultural week this year is all about bringing people together.
Sometimes our diversities are bringing confusion in our country, tribalism, nepotism and all that. But from a college perspective, when we come together as different cultures, living together, performing different arts together, each learning from one another, we become one people. So we are coming here in a great event in St. Paul's University with different cultures, students from different regions from our country, from different locations, from different constituencies, from different tribes, but we come here as a one people, a one country, to enhance our culture.
The government has urged for increased investment in the TVET, that is Technical and Vocational Education and Training sector, to provide practical skills needed in the job market. This investment includes improving infrastructure, increasing funding, and strengthening partnerships with industries to ensure graduates have better job opportunities. Sami Cheruyot, the head of Bureti Polytechnic, emphasized that the TVET sector has made significant progress, including the expansion of courses and partnerships with industries which provide students with valuable experience. This helps graduates have a smoother and more direct path to employment.
The TVET sector has played a very unparalleled role in mitigating on unemployability or unemployment in Kenya. And this one has been made possible through various interventions that the government has put in place. RPL program, that is very important, recognizing the role that is important played by the informal sector. This sector is very important in the manner they contribute to the economy of the country. Country has a huge success story that is related to the training that we have in TVET, that is related to the industry partnerships, that all the employable students during the training are inculcated in the process of training along with the industry players. This one has given the students an opportunity to ensure that training is anchored on the demand-driven skills that we require in this country. This is one of the success stories that we have. Considering the kind of enormous contribution that the TVET sector has made in mitigating the unemployment. An appeal is then discernible that we appeal to the government to do what? One, to further improve on equipment availability to the institutions. This equipment, one, should take cognizance of the technological advancement, and two, the number of trainees available in every training institution.
Color PR, a leading strategic communications agency, has launched Color Precision, a digital marketplace designed to connect businesses to their markets in Africa from anywhere in the world through access to vendors offering critical communications and key business support services to help them grow their businesses. The platform caters to businesses of all sizes, from large corporates to micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, across various sectors including banking and finance, e-commerce, fintech, telco, retail, entertainment, healthcare, education, technology, manufacturing, agribusiness, hospitality and tourism, among others.
After about a decade of talking to customers, listening to what their needs are, investors, it turns out they just need 5 things. They just want the skill, they just want quality of service or product, they want convenience, they want it affordably or cost effectively, and they want you to guarantee them continuity for their businesses. Now, on the other side, we looked at the people who can help these businesses. They want access to a wider pool of clients. They just want to build their capacity. They want to be able to ward off stiff competition because it's a very competitive market. So we've basically assembled everybody, every possible vendor that provides a specific skill or service to ensure that business processes involving businesses are seamlessly done.
It is data, but the potential it presents is immense. But what does this mean to businesses? It could mean an opportunity, but also a significant challenge. A business that does not have a data strategy is definitely not looking forward to win or succeed. This, what we see here today in data, it represents both a massive opportunity and a massive challenge.
The idea that you can measure the results that you're getting, I mean, really, that's what everybody wants. And sometimes as a startup, you have these audacious goals, these audacious dreams, and not necessarily the budget to meet it. I know we make all these memes about what the client asks for and what the budget is, but every business has a start, and it doesn't often start with a big budget.
I think this is going to be a game changer, really, truly. When you need data, information at the click of a button, looking at that dashboard, I just asked myself, this should have been like 5-10 years ago. Nevertheless, it's never too late, but we appreciate what it is, the effort it has taken over time to develop it.
African Union top diplomats have asked the African Union to reconsider its ban on 6 African countries suspended from the continental body for engaging in military coups. The diplomats, among them the Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Korir Sing'oei, who represented Prime Cabinet Secretary and Foreign Affairs CS Musalia Mudavadi, said there is need for engagement on the issue as majority of the continent youth want to live in democracies. They spoke during the 3rd annual retreat of the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance IDEA and the Intergovernmental Authority on Development IGAD, hosted by the Government of Kenya, and whose theme is addressing challenges to democratic governance in Africa.
And the key question is, what do we do with these countries? What do we do to ensure that we bring them back to the African Union fold? Because when a coup has taken place, under the AU law, these countries are essentially suspended from operations. The challenge is when they are suspended in that manner, there is no sense of engagement between the AU and these countries, and we are trying to bridge that gap.
You know, in our region, countries like Sudan, South Sudan, in the West Africa, Burkina Faso, Mali, Gabon, these are all the countries which continue to experience various forms of unconstitutional changes of government or ethnic conflict or military conflicts. Some countries are suffering from really the massive effect of extremism and violent extremism. So what we are talking about earlier is that 70% of Africans, particularly the youth, who form the bulk of the African population, would like to live in democracies.
We see Africa as a continent of opportunity, the continent of the future. When we look at your continent, we see a young, self-assured and increasingly well-connected population that is eager to apply its talents and develop its leadership to find solutions to Africa's challenges.